Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All Kinds of Advice podcast. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about Remy Ma and her son, Jayson. Whoo, child, the streets are talking. But before I go into this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Let's keep it growing and flowing. So I seen this story about 3 days ago, and I was debating whether I wanted to talk about it or not. And then I decided, you know what, it is important, and I'm going to talk about it on the podcast today. So recently, I seen a story that was posted by Fox News, in which they stated that, Remy Ma's son, Jayson Scott, who is 23 years old, has been charged with first-degree murder. And that's like a serious crime. Obviously, he is charged with it. He hasn't been convicted yet because, of course, investigation has to take place. And, the police have to do their due diligence before anything comes about in terms of him being like officially, going to jail and that sort of thing, or prison. So of course we're gonna, wait to see how the story unfolds and that sort of thing. But, a whole bunch of outlets were talking about it. I didn't just see it on, Fox News. Like, Remy Ma obviously is a rapper. She's quite popular as well. So, this is going to be breaking news. Like, people are going to be talking about it. Different people are going to give their perspective and that sort of thing. But Remy Ma, recently she did come out and, she stated, her reaction, to the charge and that sort of thing. And I will tell you guys about that in a second. But pretty much, they're saying that he and some other person or other individual has been charged, for the first-degree murder. And they've also been charged with 2 counts of weapons possession and reckless endangerment. Ooh, that one is hot. Like, ooh, child. Like, Remy's going to have to, lawyer up for her son because this is some serious charges. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoo. I feel it for him, you know what I'm saying? And, she came out pretty much and she made a statement in regards to this because, people were giving so much of, their opinions. There was positive opinions, there was negative opinions. People were going all out. And I think people kind of have this love and hate relationship with Remy Ma, ever since, especially the Barbs, ever since, she sort of dissed, Nicki Minaj. Some people, obviously not all, a lot of people do love Remy Ma. They sort of have this love and hate relationship for her since she sort of dissed Nicki Minaj. And then also she also has her background in which she had shot, I believe, her friend, and she was in jail for a number of years. I think it was more than 6 or 7 years. She had that was her sentence that she did for a long duration of time. So she came out and she mentioned, I'll read you guys her statement. She says, as his mother, I want to address this situation personally, but I have been strongly advised by his legal counsel not to say anything, as most people in similar situations are informed by their attorneys due to it being an active case. So pretty much, of course, your lawyer or your legal, representation is going to say, don't say anything, because anything that you sort of say can be used against you in the court of law. It can be used, as evidence in some cases. So they're probably letting her know, let us handle this. This is our job. We are counsel for him. We know what we're doing. We sort of know how to navigate the law. And I feel his lawyer pretty much gave her really good feedback, because I shouldn't, if say for instance, someone committed a crime, why are you online talking about this? You know what I'm saying? Let your lawyer do the talking. I feel like you are sort of digging yourself in a hole when you are coming and sort of, defending yourself in the public. Well, what are you really trying to do? Are you trying to win over public opinion? Whether you come out and explain yourself, people are going to have, their opinion about it, whether that's a good opinion or a negative opinion. So it's better to just let your lawyer do the work and that sort of thing. But people are talking again. I noticed with individuals, and it's normal, people never wait for someone to be, officially convicted and charged and, sort of like the deal is sealed. People don't wait for that. They immediately see something on the news saying, oh, this person has been charged with that. And then bam, they sort of tell them, they're a criminal. They don't give you the benefit of the doubt. But we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and see how the situation unfolds. Obviously, the news media outlets are going to be covering it more and more as updates, become apparent and that sort of thing. So she said, we stand by Jayson's innocence and pray that the NYPD will conduct a complete and thorough investigation to reveal the truth. And she's like, this is a difficult time for my family and me. And while we sincerely appreciate the love and support we have received from all of you, we kindly ask for privacy. I was like, what's kind of funny? Like, I'm not laughing about the situation. I'm laughing at the fact that some people come out and they tell their business and then they ask for privacy. Just don't say nothing at all. Like, I don't feel like, sometimes it's necessary to address things. Let things unfold. The truth will come out eventually. You know what I mean? That's sort of what I think. But I just find it so super funny when people say like, oh, we're asking for privacy. But you just came out here and told these people your business out here in these streets. Like, make it make sense. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Child. So then, and I'm going to read you guys some statements of like what some people were saying on, Instagram in particular. Someone said here, I have my own problems. I'm going to mind my business. And, that's at least something that person is saying. But a lot of people like when negativity sort of unfolds to sort of nitpick and say what they want to say. But this person's like, I'm going to drink water and mind my business. Girl, I hear you. And someone else says on here, y'all need to start holding your kids accountable. My mama would told them, put me under the damn jail. But then again, I guess that's us assuming that, he is not innocent, right? And people are going to ride for their kids, even though, people are going to sort of, be harsh on their kids. They're going to show them tough love. At the end of the day, no one wants to see their kids in jail. Whether they are innocent or guilty, they're going to fight for them to the end. Prior to them, obviously getting in trouble, parents, especially in like, a lot of parents do this, right? Some may not. But some parents will say, when you get in this type of trouble or you end up in this predicament, I'm not going to help you. They're saying that. But then when, it becomes reality, they're the first ones that are going to help you. At the end of the day, most people, like their family is going to be there for them no matter what, right? But not in all cases, obviously. And someone said on here, every mother should stand by their children, whether innocent or guilty. Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing I'm saying. And this person is like, this is no exception. And then someone said on here, people have no filter. And someone said on here, imagine like your parents have money and you're out here doing these stupid things, right? But then, even if your parents have money, people have their own mind at the end of the day. And he is an adult. And I think for some, at one point in time, they were not really on good terms. And then they were not really speaking with each other. So who knows? Like, probably he hasn't been listening. And she's probably like, you're an adult, you're grown. Since you don't want to listen, he's probably living on his own. And I think he had a baby and that sort of thing. So she probably washed her hands from, his behavior. Who knows? Like, we just don't know, right? And even if someone's parents is rich, if someone is going to be bad or do bad, they're going to do what they want to do, regardless of how it's going to make their parents look in the public's eye. They're going to just do what they feel they want to do, and whether it's going to come with consequences or not. But I hope, for his sake, he is a young man. He's in his 20s, obviously. I hope, his lawyer fights through for him. I hope, this situation does not turn into something where he has to, he is, convicted and goes to jail or prison and has to serve time at such a young age. And there's an immense amount of years for a crime such as first-degree murder. So let's hope, he was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and let's hope for him that this comes out where he is charged from he is cleared, sorry, from all these charges and that sort of thing. Maybe it was following the wrong company. Sometimes these type of things happen where you're following a friend that has done that, and you were sort of in that situation at that time too with that friend, and then you sort of got blamed. Who knows what it is? It's kind of like when you go to a store with a friend, and if that friend steals and you didn't steal anything, the cops are going with you. I've, heard stories of that happening to people. But, I feel like, his mom is going to try her best to get him really good lawyers that are going to sort of fight for him. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt to see how this story unfolds. And I'll definitely be covering this story again, as we get more updates and that sort of thing. But let me know in the comment section below, what is your perspective on all of this? Some people are even saying allegedly Remy cheated on Papoose, but some people were saying that Papoose is going to be there for her and her son. Why wouldn't he? You know what I mean? That's his child's mother at the end of the day, and Jayson was like a son to him. So obviously, even if, the mom cheated on him, he's going to stand, 10 toes down for him. That's what I think at the end of the day. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you feel like, he's going to be convicted? Do you feel, in fact, that he perhaps, participated in this crime, allegedly? Or do you feel like maybe he is innocent, or he was in the wrong place at the wrong time? Let me know your thoughts. Let's get a fun debate going. But that's my take for today for All Kinds of Advice podcast. And I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Take care. Ciao.